Hello all, welcome back to the next one. In this one we'll see how we can attach the source jar or JavaDoc for our TestNG. And if you don't know what JavaDoc is, you will just understand it shortly. Let's open Eclipse, bring it up, and I'm just gonna create a package real quick and then create a class so that I can show you a few things. So maybe I'll just call it as test package. We might not use this further in the course, but let's create a class again. So maybe TestNG class, and just don't name it TestNG, or maybe just let's call it TestNG demo, and then maybe use a main method, but actually we don't need a main method here. So let's click finish, and we have a class here. So I'm gonna create a method here and maybe just name it as public void test method, and then I'll use an annotation with it. And don't worry about what annotations are right now, because we will learn everything in detail in future lectures. The whole purpose of this one is to show you how we attach the JavaDoc, and so we're just taking an example for that. So @test, and I will click on import test from org.testng.annotations, not from JUnit, from TestNG. Now I have this thing. It imported the statement for us also. If I hover my mouse on this @test annotation, what does it say? Read at the bottom. It says this element neither has attached source or nor attached JavaDoc, and hence no JavaDoc can be found. It means that when we hover the mouse on it, we don't know what it is. We don't know the details of this, and we don't pretty much know anything about it, right? Because it does not have the documentation attached within Eclipse. That's the reason we have to attach the JavaDoc. This is why we do that. So let me just hit the command or control key on the keyboard. So the mouse hand sign will come, and I'm gonna click it. Here it'll say class file editor, source not found. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna click on attach source and then add the source. But first we need the source, right? So we will download it from somewhere. I'm gonna open browser right now. This is the location that I found, grepcode.com/project/repo1.maven.org/maven2/org.testng/testng. Please pause the video and you can note down this location, or you can do this on Google. Type TestNG source jar download and add grep code, so you will get all the grep code links here. I'm clicking on this one, anyone right now, and then let's say you click on 6.8 version, then you can click on this place and you will see all the versions of TestNG. But we don't see all the versions here actually. We only see till 6.9.6, and currently I'm using 6.11, which is latest version at this point, and we don't see this here. Looks like TestNG has stopped releasing the source jar after 6.9.6. That's why we're not finding it. But we can still go ahead and download the source from this 6.9.6 version, and still it works with the latest version, because there are not many changes in terms of functionality in these versions. Mostly they are bug fixes, so some new features but not a whole lot. So we'll still be able to use an old source jar with the new actual code jar file. So what I did is I clicked on the latest it shows here, 6.9.6, and I downloaded the source jar file, just this one, not these ones, because for the project we already have the latest version. So I downloaded the source jar file, testng dash whatever version you see dash sources.jar, and then I copied it at the location where I copied the testng-6.11 jar file. So this is the one that I downloaded, and it's at the same location, right? And you should also copy to the same location because it's good to maintain all the jar files in the same place. So I'm gonna close this browser, we don't need it right now. And then we click on attach source. It gives us this option. I'm gonna click on external location and click on external file. And we need to go to the location where our jar files are, right? So I had on libs and TestNG, and this is the source.jar, sources.jar. Select this, open, and click OK. It will change this now because it can find the doc file. Now we don't need this, I can close it. But let's see the difference. If I hover the mouse on test annotation right now, I see the details. Mark a class or a method as part of the test and the author name and everything. So basically we see the details here afterwards. That's the magic of JavaDoc. There would be a lot of methods inside TestNG that we'll be using, and by adding the JavaDoc we'll be able to see the details of those methods. So it's really good to have it. Not a very like a showstopper or a blocker. We can still work without the JavaDoc because we'll be learning everything anyway. So but it's still just a little bit useful to have the JavaDoc. Alright, so please go ahead and do this and let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next lectures. Thanks for running this one. Thanks.